The reason text features are so important with informational text is because they help give the reader more information, and they are there for a reason. Our author doesn't put them there for fun. They put them there for a reason. It's to kind of give us more information, and it's to help us learn more about the story and more about, not the story, more about the facts and what's going on in whatever article or passage we're reading. So I have a magazine. It is a National Geographic Kids magazine. So I have an article. It's called How to Raise a Tiger Cub. Okay. So I kind of want to show you some of the text features that are in here. Okay. So I just want you looking. You're looking and watching me as I'm showing you some of the text features that are included. So this right here, how to raise a tiger cub. This is my title. This is what is called my title, because this is going to be the title of my heading. Not my heading, I'm sorry. This is going to be the title of my passage. So this is my title, How to Raise a Tiger Cub. Well, now they actually give us something kind of interesting. Then it says, a tiger mama shows scientists how it's done. This is what's called a subheading, okay? Basically, a subheading is giving you more information. It's kind of telling you, hey, well, this is how to raise a tiger cub. That's what all of this is going to be about. But this first section right here, this first section is going to be about how a mama tiger can show scientists how to raise a tiger cub. So it's giving you more specific information. So this is what's called a subheading, okay? And then we have a section. We have a subheading, section. This is a whole section. Title. What's this? This should be easy. What's this? What's this called? This big thing right here. Walter, what's this called?
A picture or a photograph.
This is called a photograph, right? I want us to start to use the word photograph. Yes, Annette. I want us to start to use the word photograph because when we're taking our informational test, when we start to take tests about informational text, our test makers are going to use the word photograph. They're not going to use the word picture because picture more applies to fiction. So I want us to get used to hearing that word photograph. Does anybody know what this is? Starts with a C. Mama tigers make a purr-like sound called a cluff at their cub. Starts with a C. A cap. You heard of it before? A cap. Tony?
Caption.
A caption. Good job. This is a caption. So a caption describes the picture. So this is telling you that right now this mom, she's making this purr-like noise at her cubs so they hear her, okay? So it's telling you what's happening in my picture. So it's really important that we read captions because I can almost 90% guarantee you there will probably be a question somewhere in your life on some test that is going to ask you, what is going on in the picture? And if you read the caption, it will tell you word for word what's going on in the picture. If you don't read the caption and you just guess, you may get it wrong because based on this picture, if I didn't have this caption, I would just say, well, it looks like a family of tigers playing in the snow, right? But that's not what's going on. This mom is making this purr-like noise, right? All right. So now I have some more stuff going on, right? I have a lot more stuff that's happening. Well, now I even have what's called a, do you know what this is called? Anybody? Can you take a guess? I'll zoom in. Can y'all take a guess? Might be something that we learned in social studies. Erin,
Map.
take a guess?
A map.
A map. Here, I'm gonna turn off one light because it's kind of glaring off the magazine. It is a map. Okay, so this is a map. So when we're looking at informational text, they can 100% include maps, especially with stuff like this that's talking about like where tigers are, who tigers are, and giving us information about tigers. They will definitely try and include maps in there. And then we also may have, this is what's called kind of a fact box. So this is where they're kind of comparing and contrasting two different tigers. And it's going to be called a fact box. It's not a diagram. You've heard of a diagram before. The reason it's not a diagram is because it's not specifically telling you something, and it's not giving you specific parts of something being labeled. I'll show y'all, I think, well, this is a good example. So this would kind of be more of an example. I don't know if I can take this out. Yeah. This would be more of an example of a diagram where it kind of gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's labeling different parts of the ship. So this would be an example of a diagram where it's giving you these different labels of the ship. Okay. All right. So that's just a few text features that we're going to need to know about. Let's see. I was trying to see if they have. We have 2 more really important ones that you might already know about. I don't think this book has them though, or the magazine. Oh, let's see. Actually, our Hero Dogs book does. I'm gonna cover it up. Do y'all know what this is? Have y'all seen this before? Do you know what this is? Tristan, what is this?
Table of contents.
Table of contents. So in a lot of our nonfiction books, we will have a table of contents. Now, when you're reading a passage, a short passage that's like 1 or 2 pages, you probably won't have a table of contents because you're not going to necessarily need one for 1 or 2 pages. But when you have a book that has a lot of different pages in it, you're going to have a table of contents because it's going to break down what's in the book, where is in the book, and exactly what it's telling you about. So like we know, so if you look at this table of contents very specifically, we have Wilshire, protector of the people. Then we have another dog they're going to tell us about, and then 2 more dogs they're going to tell us about. So there's 3 different stories that they're going to tell us about in this one book. So that's why they made a table of contents. Then, let's see. I don't think this one has it. I do have this text feature. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all know what this is? Starts with an I. Bianca, do you know what this is? Starts with an I.
Index.
Index. So this is an index. So this is where you can go and you can look up words, and then it's going to have a page number next to it to where you can say, oh, you know what? I want to look up something about Dalmatians. Well, I want to look up Dalmatian facts. So then I could go find that page. So an index is also going to be something that you're going to find in these bigger books, these bigger nonfiction books. All right. And then last but not least, hold on, I got to take a a book that has one?
What is that?
Some people are wearing their crazy anymore.
Some books have them. Some of them don't. But I know y'all are going to know what it is. Really easy. So it'll look like this, kind of. So it usually starts with a G. What always starts with a G? G-L. It has a word and then a definition. Bella, what do you think?
Glossary.
Glossary. So a glossary is where you are able to look up words and then their definitions. So in this book, this is a National Geographic's Kids About Frogs. So this is their kind of version of a glossary. It's a little different because it's not necessarily labeled glossary, but they still have the word croak, and then they have the definition, the deep, hoarse noise that a frog makes. Okay? So here's what I want to do for independent reading. I'm kind of going to give y'all not an easy independent reading, but kind of an easy independent reading assignment. So for independent reading today, I actually want you to explore on Epic different nonfiction books. I want you to explore different nonfiction books, and I want you to find different text features, okay? So I want you to explore different nonfiction books, and I want you to find different text features. So get out your reading journal real quick. I'm going to make it really easy.
Miss Chandler, what if you don't remember the text features you're supposed to be looking
Oh,
for?
I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to label a few right now.
Interesting.
All right. So I'm going to put my date. And we're going to write text feature hunt. So I'm sending you on a text feature scavenger hunt. So you are going to go on Epic and you are going to try and find all of the text features that we just talked about. So let's see. We talked about title. So I'm going to write the text feature. Y'all are going to write the text feature. And then when you find it, whenever you're doing your scavenger hunt, all you got to do is put a check. Say, check, I found it. We talked about headings. Subheadings. Photographs.
Miss Chandler, what's the heading? What's the difference between a heading and a subheading?
Heading is usually going to be the bigger one. Subheading is going to be the smaller one. That's usually how you tell the difference. The subheading is not going to be as big as the heading. Your heading is going to be, so like remember in our tigers, so hold on. If I can get it open. So this would be your heading. How to raise a tiger cub. It's your title and your heading. And then this would be your subheading. A tiger mama shows scientists how it's done.
But where's
So
the
this
heading?
is much bigger than this one.
Where's the heading?
Huh?
Where's the heading?
This
there?
is. It's the same thing. Your title and heading can be the same thing. Because sometimes you don't have you'll have a heading and then you'll have subheadings, and you won't have the title and the heading will be the same thing. All right. Caption. This one might be hard. Map. You should be able to find at least one book with a map in it.
Michelle,
Yes.
I have to sharpen my pencil.
All right, we better go fast. Caption, map, diagram, index, glossary, and then table of contents. So you're going on a hunt. You're going to see if you can try and find each of these. And all you have to do when you find it is put a check mark. If you find multiple, then you could put multiple check marks. If you find multiple titles, or if you find multiple headings, or if you find multiple photographs.
What
then
if you have
you
find all of
put
them?
2 check marks. Huh?
What if you find all of them?
Then you get to put all the check marks. But this is what you're going to be looking for. You're going to be reading books on Epic, and you're going to look for text features. Yes, Camila.
Do you write the name of the books where you're at?
You can if you want to, but you don't have to. If you want to write the title of the book next to the text feature, if you want to write the title of the book that you find it in next to the text feature, you can. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I can give you a hint that on Epic, there's a lot of really good National Geographic books. And those National Geographic books are going to have most of your text features. Most. All right.
Miss